look pretty.
Thank you.
Even the blind can see there's solid attraction between Larry and Alexis. You can tell they're both feeling each other. But attraction has never kept a relationship alive. Compatibility does. So the real question is, are these two even compatible? Well, today, we're doing a personality breakdown of Larry and Alexis. We'll examine their character proclivities, expose potential red flags, and highlight their areas of strength. And at the end, we're gonna feed this data into AI to get a verdict on whether they're actually compatible, or if this relationship is just a beautiful bubble waiting to burst. So let's start with Larry. Now, if you examine Larry's personality closely, you'll notice that he can be quite egotistical. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Most alpha males have an ego, but that ego fuels them.
I'm not an average Joe though, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Larry likes to take charge. He likes to have control, and it shows even in the little things. You could tell he really wanted to drive on that museum date with Alexis. And honestly, bro wasn't happy when she wouldn't let him drive.
And I know how this traffic is.
what do that mean?
Like, I just know I know.
You know your city?
I know, yeah.
But what does that mean though? I'm a man. I can get, you know what I'm saying? Get acclimated to the traffic.
And that's because Larry has the instinct to protect and lead his woman.
We clearly saw this at the Barnes & Noble date. When he called those two guys over to check him, see how bro asserted himself. Like he didn't walk up to him, he summoned both of them, and they came. But once he felt the situation wasn't safe, he led his woman away to a safer and more private spot. Now look at how gutted he was when that bozo touched Alexis at her birthday and he didn't see it. Considering how Larry is, I'm sure if he saw it, he would have checked that dude. And that probably would have created a scene and ruined the party. So honestly, it's probably best he didn't see it. Then of course, Larry has said time and time again that no girl can beat him in basketball.
Bro, I'm not losing to a woman, bro. I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry, bro.
I've definitely played.
These are classic signs of an alpha male, and most alpha males are egotistical. Now the next visible trait in Larry's personality is hard work and discipline. Go to Larry's page. You're not gonna see features or collabs with big creators, rappers, or influencers. That man made it out the mud through pure grind, not industry connections. People really don't understand how hard that is. As a very small creator myself, I know how mentally draining YouTube can be. But Larry will never sit on his behind. Nah, 10 toes down, no excuses. He finds a way to get the job done. Almost 400 videos in less than 3 years, that speaks for itself. But hard work without talent only gets you average, and Larry is not average. He's talented. Look at the niche he created. What Larry does on YouTube is unprecedented, and I strongly disagree with Alexis for saying this.
And this is just me being real, but like after I seen your content, stuff like that, like on your YouTube page, it was kind of like repetitive.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
Now, I don't expect Alexis to hype him up for having over 50 chicks on his channel, but still, she can't deny that Larry's content is groundbreaking.
And how do you feel about just being like in a gas station, like doing this? Like,
Honestly, the idea is pretty dope.
like now that you know that I
like
do
the concept of
YouTube
it.
and like I do recording.
Because it's different. Like you're definitely separated from people that just do
All kinds of stuff.
the norm.
I've also never seen anyone conduct parlay interviews in a grocery store or turn being a gas station cashier into a full-blown brand.
But here's where Larry's personality becomes really interesting. Traits of self-awareness and humility are very visible in him. And for an alpha male, that combination is rare. Larry knows his strengths, he knows his flaws, and he's secure enough to admit both. He was humble enough to let Alexis educate him on the Great Depression, and he appreciated the knowledge.
I just learned something.
For the Great Depression.
The Great Depression.
After seeing that, my respect for him skyrocketed. Another example of Larry's humility is when a fan gave him a rug inspired by the vest. Most celebrities would throw something like that away before they even got home. But Larry took that rug home and he's actually using it. Imagine how that fan feels seeing that. Unfortunately, we live in a world where many celebrities act like they're doing fans a favor. I mean, Larry has almost 2 million subscribers and only God knows how many M's are in the bank. And yet, he still appreciates his true supporters. We've seen other creators, like Blackboy Max, ignore even a little kid asking for a photo.
Bro, still going.
The next trait in Larry's personality is his family-oriented nature. You constantly hear him talk about his mom and his sister. Even at Thanksgiving with Alexis's family, he still FaceTimed his mom to check in and see how they're doing. This is a good sign. A man that is mindful of his mom and siblings will most likely be a good husband and father.
Now, last but not least, Larry is faith-driven. At the pivot of his life is his Christianity. He openly professes his faith. He declares without shame that Jesus is his Lord.
Time. But I believe in the Lord, man. My Lord, Savior, Jesus Christ. Like, without him, I know for a fact I would not be here, bro. It's a fact.
Now, superficially speaking, he knows how to dress. He's at least 5'10", which is good height for a man. He seems to have very good hygiene, teeth looking super shiny. Yeah, that's a bright smile. And of course, he's extremely sociable. He knows how to interact with people without having a topic beforehand, and that has helped him build the brand. So if I had to describe Larry in 6 words, I'd say he's a faith-driven, alpha male, talented, hardworking, humble, and family-oriented guy. These accentuate his personality. Now let's talk about Alexis. The first thing that stands out is her intellect, which is rare today. How many women do you know would be down for a Barnes & Noble date? She was casually talking about the Great Depression in Pearl Harbor. How many people can even hold a conversation like that nowadays?
What do you know?
You know how to read?
Yes, I do know how to read.
Name 10 books.
Are you serious?
Yes, 100%. Name 10 books.
The next trait is honesty. I don't see Alexis as a liar, and that's because during the gas station interview, Larry asked her tough questions and she didn't dodge them. Considering the optics, she was being asked questions by a young, good-looking, successful guy who's clearly interested in her. Most women wouldn't openly admit, yeah, I used to be outside, or I used to smoke, but she kept it real. I don't fully trust her yet, but I also don't see her as fake. Now, maturity is where Alexis really separates herself. She's a very mature mind. Alexis has the physical state of a woman in her 20s, but the psychological sense is that of a woman in her 40s. The way she talks, the way she carries herself, you can immediately tell that's not a child, that's a grown woman. And this is the haymaker that knocked Larry off his feet. But she balances that maturity with humor. She's not stiff, she's playful and loves to have a good laugh.
Another key trait in her personality is decisiveness and independence. Alexis also likes to be in control of her life. Let's go back to the car incident. Most women would have let the man drive without hesitation, but she didn't. That tells you she doesn't relinquish control of her space easily. However, she's not a headstrong woman because she often asks Larry whether he should pray or she should pray.
Okay, then you say the prayer. Be the man then. Lead.
That tells me she doesn't have an issue being led by her man. And even the small gestures, like feeding him, suggest she knows how to pamper and spoil her partner. Alexis is also ambitious and goal-driven. She knows where she's going. She already knows she's not built for a corporate 9-to-5. It's almost as if she already has a blueprint for her life, and she's not settling until she achieves it. Fortunately, she's family-oriented as well. You can see her strong connection to both sides of her family, and that matters. A woman who has received love from both sides is usually more grounded and upwardly mobile. Last but not least, Alexis is faith-driven. She's open about her Christianity. On her social media, you're going to see Bible study posts, gospel concerts, and church seminars. She's a proud Christian. Now, superficially, she is a gorgeous woman. Even her enemies can't refute that. She is also classy, maybe a little bit bougie, and of course has exceptional fashion sense. So if I had to describe Alexis in 6 words, I'd say beautiful, Christian, intelligent, goal-driven, charismatic, family-oriented. Now that we've broken down both personalities, it's time to feed this data into AI and get a verdict on whether Larry and Alexis are truly compatible or if what we're seeing is just a mirage.
Wait, what? After feeding Larry and Alexis' personality profiles into AI, the compatibility score came back at 78%, and that's freaking high. According to the AI, what makes this work is their shared foundation: faith, family values, discipline, and ambition. AI also pointed out something important. Larry's leadership instincts actually do pair well with Alexis' maturity and purpose-driven mindset, but only if leadership is exercised with respect, not control. Bottom line, this is a high-potential relationship with one condition: mutual respect has to stay at the center. Okay, this is according to ChatGPT. Let's run the exact same personality data through Gemini. And what do you know? Gemini didn't just agree, it came back with an even higher compatibility score, 88%. Gemini classified Larry and Alexis as a power couple dynamic. According to the analysis, their shared faith, family values, and work ethic created what it called a granite solid foundation. Gemini also echoed the same tension point: power and control. It said this relationship thrives when Larry leads through stewardship, not dictatorship, and when Alexis maintains her independence without turning it into resistance. In other words, when leadership and autonomy stay balanced, this pairing doesn't just survive, it sharpens both people. That tells us something. Larry and Alexis aren't just compatible, they're high stakes, high reward, a relationship with real upside if they get the power dynamics right. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.